What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin, XCN, USD. It is the second day of November, and here we are at a perfect level to buy for this double bottom play out that we're expecting right here. We're expecting a massive, massive recovery in the price. I don't know if we're going to move up as fast as this from here, but I do think overall we're going to move up more, and I think that November, by the end of November, we should be well above this price here, and possibly even at new all-time highs altogether, or new relevant highs altogether. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let's get into it, okay? I know that there's a lot of fear right now. There's almost always maximum fear, right? Like if you do this, if you imagine a scenario where you come down just like this, right? You've done your thing, whatever, and then you come back down for a second time. There's more fear here at this level than there was here at this level, right? Isn't that interesting? And yet this is the second chance to buy before we come back up and we form the W, the overall W pattern before you double bottom and you V-shape recovery out of here. It's funny that even when you have a second chance, it's almost harder to buy at these low levels. The people who are buying, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, they're going to reap the rewards from whenever we do bounce, because when we do bounce, I should say if, because you never know the future, right? This W formation will play out, and again, the real key area to look for is the break above this point here. That's a ways away. That's all the way up at about 2.7 cents, but we'll get there. We'll get there in time. Um, First and foremost, I think we need to break above, let's say, about just about 1 cent, and then 1.4 cents, and then 2 cents, and then we can focus on this. We've got a lot of hurdles ahead of us, but I think that we're going to make short work of these hurdles as time goes on. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. We'll zoom out from there. Again, I apologize. I was saying that OnyxCoin was being boring. I don't care if we move up or we move down. We just got to do something. So that's my fault that we're moving down, right? Because now it's doing something. 1 hour time frame here, zooming way in. Zooming way the hell in. It's funny too. I'm seeing comments from people, negative comments from the haters that I haven't seen since here. Right, the same people that were talking smack back here. I haven't seen them this whole time. This whole time they evaporated. They went away, but now they've come back out to play. It's reminiscent of this time back here. Right, the haters are out in full force. The sellers are gone though, man. There's no selling pressure. I mean, I shouldn't say that. There's obviously selling pressure moving us down, but we don't have a lot of volume whenever it comes to these bigger days to the downside. We do have a lot of volume whenever it comes to the pump days. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, zooming way in there. The 1 hour RSI sucks, the stochastics suck, and the MACD is overall bearish with some bullish implications right here, sure, but I mean, you kind of are trending up with your MACD, but the thing is, you're just moving down with the price. Is that bullish divergence? I don't know. I guess it is with the oscillators and even perhaps with the histogram. I don't know. Maybe honestly, the MACD is the one thing telling us that we're going to move higher. Which normally I don't look at the MACD on the 1 hour. I feel like it's irrelevant most of the time, so that might not be anything to hold on to. But again, the RSI and the stochastics would suggest that we have lower to go. When I say lower to go, I don't mean anything crazy, but maybe just a little bit lower than where we are now. Oh, we could find support here, though. I mean, at any moment we could move up. You never know. We have, to be completely fair, on the RSI, we have rejected this 50 twice now, and we haven't gone to the oversold zone. If we come back up to this 50, if we can make a push higher here soon, up above 0.081, let's say, then we might have a low here. We really could have a low here. 4 hour time frame, zooming out a little bit more. There's some bullish divergence. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, guys. This is exactly what you want to see. That's perfect. Maybe we are at a low. Yeah, that 4 hour MACD is it's brewing something fierce. It's like this next, right? We trended up here. You still have higher lows overall, but you trended up. You rejected the zero. Now we're coming back. I would think this time we break through, right? I mean, I was gonna say like here you rejected, but the next time you did reject again. Typically, you would expect to break through. Look at that double rejection there, and then you move up. Maybe we should expect a double rejection then. I'm personally not expecting a double rejection. I would expect that we break through, but we could. Nevertheless, we'd be moving up, right? Nevertheless, there is bullish divergence on this MACD here, which that's pretty well formed divergence, by the way. I might add. The stochastics don't have bullish divergence, but we've been oversold for such a long stint. I mean, look at how long we've been in this oversold area for, right? We're not really typically in this oversold area that long. That doesn't mean that we can't be in it. We could be in it longer. It could be, but I think that we are overdue for some kind of relief, is what I'm saying here, right? And then looking at the RSI on the 4-hour time frame, we do have bullish divergence. Absolutely, we do. Higher lows right there. Beautiful. With this low here. So there's divergence forming on both the MACD and the RSI from this point here at about 0.0082. And all we need to do is get above 0.0081. So nice. That's nice. And typically with divergence, this is the point where it started. Typically you move past the point where it started. I would imagine that we probably find resistance where we found support before, and that would put us at about 0.0085, 0.0086, which from here would be about a little 8% move. Nothing crazy, but just a little something to potentially validate this as lower. Give us a low to form, hopefully. Overall, I feel pretty confident that we're either at the low or very near the low right here. Daily time frame, zooming out a little bit more. Looking at the RSI, we have come down a little bit, right? We're at some of the lowest. Damn, are we at we're literally at the lowest levels we've ever seen. No, not ever seen. I spoke too soon. Since August, though, of 2024. We're at the lowest levels that we've seen since before the massive surge. Right? We haven't seen low levels like this whole time. Seems like a buy signal to me. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Just because an RSI is oversold doesn't mean that you should buy, but this is pretty deep levels here for OnyxCoin. We haven't seen levels this deep since literally over a year from now. Over a year ago, I should say. Not a year from now, a year in the past. Stochastics are oversold as well, looking gruesome. And the MACD here, we do have bullish divergence, right? We do have bullish divergence on the 4-hour and the daily MACD as well. That's a powerful thing. And then also with these oscillators here, we've got some pretty severe bullish divergence too. But overall, right here, you even built some green momentum. The fact that we're red now is not a problem. In fact, this is true bullish divergence, where you have a red histogram here, a higher low right there. If we turn around here, that bullish divergence is good enough to take us up to about $0.009 and probably through that, right? Back to 1 cent. I don't know, guys. I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking in my head, it's obvious that we're at a double bottom. I hope that it's not one of those things. I know how people are. I know how it is. There's going to be people who up here are going to ask, how did you know to buy this? Or what gave you so much conviction? Dude, it was a double bottom. It couldn't have been more in our face. You know what I mean? It couldn't have been more obvious. With this perfect little U in the middle to give us a W pattern, it seems perfect. And you're very oversold, and we're on the forefronts of alt season. One of the most massive coins to rally, outperforming the average altcoin from its bear market low to even where it is now, even though it's been very boring since April. And this is one of the largest consolidation phases by time that OnyxCoin has actually seen in its life, if not the largest one. Because here you're not really consolidating, you're just moving down, right? Here you consolidated. And then I would say we started breaking out here, right? Maybe breaking out there. 21 weeks. Here you consolidated for a very brief period of time, right? Here, from this high to where you started to move up, that was, and you broke out of this trend line here, you started to break out. That was about 34 weeks. That's a very short time right there. 34 weeks. We've been consolidating, guys, for 40 weeks. 40 weeks right now, all throughout this range. It's a very long time to consolidate. We're ready to go. Absolutely. Nothing moves in a straight line up or down. And here is a very clear area of support. Very, very clear area of support. I wonder what XCN BTC looks like real quick. Let's just look at this before we end the video. All in all, I believe that we're at a low point. All in all, I believe we're going to move higher from here. That's the expectation. Looking at this from a low. Oh, that wasn't the low. Low to a high. We reached for the golden ratio, but didn't quite get there. That's actually more bullish than it is bearish, to be completely fair. Some people might hang on to that thought that we do have to hit the golden ratio, but we don't have to. Instead of finding support at the golden ratio, we found support just above it and right at prior resistance here. I don't know, man. The stars seem like they're aligning to me. And not to mention we have bullish divergence. Look at the severe bullish divergence here on the Bitcoin price, right? XCN to BTC. Okay, which pulls this thing back up to halfway through this consolidation phase. Bullish divergence on the weekly stochastics as well. And you're right at the oversold zone on the RSI. Perfect area to bounce. That's exactly where you bounced last time. All the signs are there, man. All the they really are. They really are. We have bullish divergence on the weekly time frame. We have bullish divergence on the daily time frame. We have bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame, all on the MACD. Enough said. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.